Hi, Anthony Armstrong. It's Aussie Villain, your manager at the Welders. What do you mean, how'd I get this number? Mate, we have it on file. Listen, that's not the reason I'm calling to argue with you. The reason I'm calling is because I'd like to offer you a new contract, one with a modest pay rise and a nice big juicy minimum release fee. What do you mean, no? Mate, we're in Europe and top of the league. What do you mean we're not good enough for you? Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to Season 9, Episode 7 here at H&W Welders on the Impossible Dream as we look to lead the team to European glory. Today, we are going to be playing Crusaders in the league and then we are playing Rabotnicki of Macedonia in the Europa Conference League group stage. Hopefully, it should be 2 wins for us today. But the disappointing thing since last episode is that, as I said, I wanted to go through and just add minimum release fees to the guys that are going to likely be targets for Linfield and Larne. I think the big man for that is Anthony Armstrong, and he refuses to enter into negotiations with us. As you can see up here, he doesn't believe our squad is strong enough to play at a level matching his own ambitions. So this is a small problem. He's not wanted by anybody yet, so that is positive. Where'd you go, Armstrong? So that's positive. What am I doing? Armstrong, exit talks, dumbass. And he's still gone. Let's just click on you there. So that's obviously a disappointment, but there's no interest in him yet. Hopefully it will stay that way, and then, we won't have to lose him as well. Now, there's 2 games to catch you up on since last episode. They were in the two crappy cups, as I like to call them. First up, it was Linfield in the League Cup, I think was first up. Of course, they beat us quite comfortably, let's be honest, last episode in the league. Let's see if we have a little bit of revenge, albeit with our reserves in the cup. We were behind at halftime. Peter Thomas beat everyone to pull us level in the second half. But Linfield restored their lead immediately to seal the tie. So this was a decent showing against, it was a relatively strong Linfield side. Lavery was there. A lot of their first teamers were there. So they put a strong team out. We were always second best, so the XG tracker will tell you that. Very frustrating to score, and then a minute later, to have them go back in front. And we did have a goal disallowed, rightly so, deep in stoppage time, which would have been nice. But, the one slight concern is Fitzpatrick's form this season. He was brilliant for us last season, but, in the league he's doing okay. But if you look at his recent form, which is probably behind my head, the last couple of games here, actually, you know what we could do is we can go to reports, can't we? Last couple of games, they've not been great from him. So, just maybe some slight concerns, albeit against strong opposition. So that's us out of the League Cup. Next up, it was Carrick Rangers in the County Antrim Shield. Now, I think we won this last season, didn't we? So let's see if we could keep our record unbeaten in that competition going. Youngster Patterson's horrible pass put us behind after 20 seconds. Simpson played in Thomas to draw us level. But a stunning goal before half-time sealed the tie for Carrick. So first things first, this was a horrible performance from us. We really didn't play well. Patterson, you give a kid a chance and that's what he does. He's 21 now. We're looking at just potential. I don't think we'll be seeing him in the first team again after that, if I'm honest. So that put us behind early. And then their second goal was a bit of a wonder strike. Outside of that, we were the better team, but we weren't it still wasn't a good performance from us. So we're out of both cups, which maybe is a blessing in disguise, to be honest. We have a quick look at what everything looks like here. Nothing's happened in the league since last episode, so we come back to play Crusaders, and they are a team that we really, we have to beat, don't we, if we're going to challenge for the title. And Rabotnicki as a team that everybody else has beaten, we just need to make sure we do the same things. Let's have a look and see the team we're sending out here in the league against Crusaders. We're expecting a 4-3-3 from them. And this is the team we're sending out. Now, because I expect Rabotnicki to be a little bit weaker, we're kind of splitting, which is maybe a mistake, but we're kind of splitting our strongest side to try and make sure we get the points in the league here as well. So Jitter in goal. Coyle, who we haven't seen much of, but I think he's my bright hope as a defender, potentially still a 5-star. And still young enough that there should be some development there. So he's going to play with Sobowale and Davenport at the back, Hall down the right, McCulloch down the left. It's McQuaid and McGreevy in midfield, the two Macs. It is Simpson as a number 10 with Diora and McDade even up top. We've got 4 Macs in this side. That is, is it one too many Macs maybe? The H&W Welders. We call this, won't we? Is there anybody in their lineup that we recognise? I don't... No, it was Joe Willis we had, wasn't it? Should be in this one fairly comfortably. Let's kind of take another twist on that, maybe. And team talk, so far, so good. Let's pump our fists for the strikers. And let's see what we can do here. In a way, it is actually a decent test for our championship credentials, because this is the sort of game that we have to win every time. So if we can do that, then obviously that's nice. And if we don't, then we're maybe not quite as good as we think we are. But yeah, this is this will be a sort of episode, I think, to test the squad to see if we can go and win Europe and domestically with a bit of a split squad. But you got to say, so far, absolutely nothing happening. So let's change our approach to this one. Look for the overlaps in wide areas. Can we maybe give it a demand more? And well, I hope you're all still awake. Not much happened there, did it? Just the one shot on goal for us. We'll say we're not happy with that. I mean, we've got to be better than that, don't we? We do have the option to go to wingers, and that might be something we need to consider. We'll give them a little bit of a chance after the break, having given them a little bit of a rocket at half-time. Demand more, and it doesn't look like too much has changed, so it will be wingers we go for here. I'll make these changes, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've taken off Diora and Sobowale. Fevra and King have come on to play out wide for us, so let's hope that this brings something for us, a highlight, anything. We'll give them some more encouragement. I mean, they have not threatened us at all, but we have not seen anything from us either. All right, so let's get Kagbo on up top as the target man. And just try and launch it up towards him, really. I don't know what else we can particularly do at this point. Let's go and counter press. We maybe should have been doing that from the start, actually. Let's not... We know we can't play a high line in the league because teams just whack it over our heads. Can we give it a fire up, maybe? No, that's just made things worse. Anything, boys. Come on. We can't afford to drop these sorts of points. A berating. Will that work for us? No, it hasn't worked either. And, yeah, well... Not much to see there, was there? I mean, that's just not good enough. So there we go. Larne win. Linfield have a game in hand, and potentially... Yeah, that's not the result we needed, is it? That's us potentially off the top of the table now, and we didn't offer anything, did we? That's a troubling performance. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for Rabotnicki, and hopefully we'll see maybe a highlight in that one. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to face Rabotnicki, and recent form... We're having a blip, aren't we? And, I mean, you could make excuses, maybe, apart from that Crusaders game. There's no real excuses for that, is there? And Linfield did win their game in hand. 1-0 it was over Carrick Rangers, so we are no longer top. And that is a massive, massive disappointment, I think. But, yeah, still a long way to go in the season, so there's no need to get too defeatist about it. But we're just having a rough spell, and hopefully that will end here. This is what we're doing against Rabotnicki. We are expecting a 4-2-3-1, though, to be honest... It could be anything that comes out. This is a team we're sending out, and I think in hindsight, which is always 2020, isn't it? This is a team I should have sent out against Crusaders. So Jitter in goal, McCulloch, Simpson, Gribben, and Lyons as the back four. Napoleon and McGreevy in midfield. It's King, Armstrong, and Fitzpatrick with McDade up top. Let's hope we can, do much, much better here. At home to these guys, this is our give me of the group, isn't it? It would take us to 9 points should we get here, and what do we want to say? We are the favourites for a reason. All right, we'll go with that. 9 points if we win this. That should just about get us through the group, you would imagine, with 3 games to play. So, yeah, and I'm especially having to go then away to Rabotnicki. If you get 10 points in a group, you're very, very unlucky not to get through. So a win here, you would imagine, would just about see us through. Napoleon with a corner. It's decent. It's headed away, though. King should pick it up. Can we get ourselves a nice early goal? McDade's offside there, isn't he? Napoleon picks up the header, though. Armstrong. It's there. Oh, it's just past the post. Was it? It was Fitzpatrick. I think maybe Fitzpatrick and King got in each other's way there a little bit. Headed clearance, and Napoleon doesn't quite get there. He gets it back. No, doesn't, loses it out again. And what we don't want to do is fall behind to these guys. If we don't win this, then it really is becoming a serious, that's team meeting issue then, I think, isn't it? But nothing yet. Gribben wins the header down to Armstrong. McGreevy, wide for King. Can King get past his man? He can. He's on the wrong side, of course. An inverted winger on that side. Gets the cross in. Back post to Fitzpatrick. Off the bar, was it? It's still there for us. And McDade. He was the offside. He was. Good save from their keeper. Some promising signs there early on, but we still haven't scored. So, yeah, we can't be completely comfortable here yet, can we? We've got another throw. Lions to take. McGreevy picks up a bit of a clearance. He goes edge of the area for McCulloch. Napoleon's in space. Napoleon has time. Fitzpatrick, Armstrong, back to Fitzpatrick, back to McDade, and the goalkeeper again makes the save. The positives here are that it looks as though we're playing well. The negatives is that we've forgotten where the back of the net is. Another ball over the net, or over the bar, I should say, and that is, let's try demand more here. McCulloch is pressurised. We are getting a little bit of joy in wide areas, so let's maybe look to exploit those wings. Of course, the other thing we could look to do is maybe, if they're going to sit back, actually, is we'll slow it down and just look for the overlaps and maybe even work it into the box. But, yeah, we saw that Genk only beat them 1-0 at home. And they absolutely dominated that game. Keep doing what you're doing, boys, and we'll be fine. You do get the feeling we just need to find that breakthrough, don't we? Let's pass it into space, perhaps, as well. Try and get them going. And I'm looking at Cargbo on the bench and wondering if maybe we need his height up there. Let's leave it at this for now. If they're not going to offer much going forward, I'm wondering if we go Cargbo and McDade up top with the wingers and then have the two guys in the centre of the park to kind of direct the show for us. But we'll wait and see here. McGreevy. Good ball there for King. Can King... It's there for McDade. McGreevy. Back to King. And King's missed it. Calm down, boys. Calm down. I mean, they're not offering anything, are they? Let's just go back to that. Yeah. I'm having trouble today thinking and talking, which is not great, because you just see me sitting here getting a headache as I try and think. It's still early in the second half, and again, it looks as though we're dominating the game. Fitzpatrick goes past everybody. Can he pull it back for McDade? He goes beyond that. Oh, and it's blocked away again. They are defending well. You can kind of see how Genk only managed one to get past them. Let's encourage them again. Genk 2-0 up over Legia Warsaw is maybe not the best score for us, but if it means Legia drop points, then I suppose that's okay in terms of getting out of the group. Alright, so what we will do, we need Cargbo, don't we? I think let's get Fevre on for King and play an out-and-out winger. What I don't think is helping is maybe King cutting in. It means one of McGreevy, Armstrong, or Napoleon need to come off, and it looks as though that man would be McGreevy. Advanced forward, you go on attack for us. Cargbo can come on for McGreevy. And we will just hit early crosses in now. We'll go more direct. And hopefully we just need to find that one goal. You get the feeling that if we find one, that, you know, they may well collapse in a heap. But we do need to get that one. Gribben heads it down there for King. This will be his last contribution. We've had chances too, haven't we? We might need to do some chance conversion training at the end of this. King with a chance. Can he pull it back for McDade? He does pull it back. It's headed away again, though. I wouldn't mind getting the Rabotnicki defensive coach in, to be honest. He certainly has them organised. The highlight continues. Jitter has it. Can we build from the back here? Lions. Forward to King. Yeah, you just wonder if an out-and-out winger just getting down in wide areas there might actually benefit us. King has done well, but again, the finish isn't there. And that should mean changes. Here we go, McCulloch. He has time and space. McDade's in a decent area. Cuts in, though. It's there for Armstrong. Armstrong for McDade. Is he on side? I think he is. Cross goes in. It's back to Armstrong, and Anthony Armstrong. Finally, we find a way through. And it happened seconds after the subs happened, so maybe some tactical genius from the manager there. But Armstrong in that little bit deeper. McDade stayed on side, held it up nicely, and then was able to pick out Armstrong's run. Good header as well. And that is, well, that's the opening goal. Let's give them some praise. We've got a free kick coming up here. Armstrong looks like he's going to take it, but we'll never know what happens. And can we get a second goal now just to protect us from the counter-attack or the bad penalty decision or anything else that can happen to get them a goal? Armstrong again. Fitzpatrick. Oh, that's stunning. Ray Fitzpatrick. I said he hadn't been in the best form recently, but that's a belter. Unstoppable. It's 2-0, and that, as it says in the commentary, should wrap up the win for H&W Welders, and that should put us through to the knockout rounds as well, which is a nice little bonus, because if Legia are losing, that means they'll still have their 3 points. We'll be on to 9 with 9 points to play for. We'll have a head-to-head over Legia as well. You wouldn't imagine they're going to come back from that, and there's a third, and that's Aaron McDade with his 8. And finally, the goals are flowing. I did kind of suspect this might be the case. If we could get one, it kind of breaks their spirit. Good header, wasn't it, from McDade? Cargbo lurking. And it is now 3-0. Another highlight. Jitter. There for Gribben. He gets it forward for Fevra. Armstrong. We have looked better with Armstrong playing in that deeper role, haven't we? I wonder if, maybe even moving forward, we look to either play a flat 3 in midfield with Napoleon and McGreevy or whoever else is that third midfielder for us, or maybe we switch Armstrong and Napoleon's roles around. Fevra to Armstrong. Armstrong, there's a cracking ball for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is well and truly back on form. It's 4-0, and it took a little bit of time, but going the 2 up top has certainly been, I think, the difference maker here. Fevra, I mean, that's not really the wing. I did put him in as a winger, didn't I? Yeah. Not really what we want him to do. We just want him kind of out here stretching the defence, but whatever. It worked for us on that occasion, so we'll take it. Another highlight. This was definitely the team I should have played against Crusaders, isn't it? Ball in. Cargbo's there, and Cargbo's header is saved. Yeah, I think, as I say, hindsight's always 20/20, but I think we should have played this team. There's the ball over the top. This is what I was worried about, and Rabotnicki have a goal back, which is very frustrating indeed. We'll give it a focus. And it's Gribben again, isn't it? Gribben hasn't thrilled me this season, to be honest. Maybe he's just taking a little bit of time to settle, but he is Northern Irish, isn't he? I'm sure he is. So, I mean, you don't really need time to settle. Oh, no, he's English. So maybe he does need a little bit of time. But, yeah, hasn't... I thought he was going to be really, really good when we signed him, but he hasn't completely thrilled me. And Lyons has picked up an injury. Now, that is not great, because right back, we have Mikey Bain out on loan. But, yeah, still got 10 minutes of absolute brilliance, and that was enough for us. I don't know if we can get him back immediately. We might be a right back down here. So Genk get the win in Warsaw as well. So that is very, very strong position for us now in the group. We should be getting through. It is, oh, broken lower leg. Okay. We have a right back issue. And Armstrong, you played well, mate. Good to see that. Yeah, that is a problem. What can we do at right back? Paul can come in. So we have someone that can come in and sort of cover as first choice. What we don't really have, Baxter can't play there. It's someone to then come in. Can Curry? No. To come in and cover Hull, sort of give him a rest. Do we have anybody in the reserves? See, Bain would be the one, but I'm fairly sure we can't. Oh, we can recall him. All right, well that helps that problem. Okay, sorry whoever he was out on loan, but we need him back. Lewis Hall as well. We could Hill, sorry, we could always call him back as well. So we do have right back options, but the fact we can call them back, that's saved the headache, hasn't it? But guys, that will do it for today. Really disappointing in the league, but we certainly bounced back in Europe, which is good to see. And if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. I don't think we'll worry about showing the away leg of that tie. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for a huge game in Warsaw that would, hopefully we'll have clinched out, already got out of the group, but it could be one that helps us top the group there. But we'll show Ballymena Millard before that as well. So until then, guys, I've been Aussie Bell. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.